Ahoy everyone, my name is Sirhc and welcome back to another episode here on the NightOwl server. I've got a little bit of copper here. Just a little bit. Just a couple of towers that go all the way to build height here. Plus a couple of shorter towers of copper. Oh man, this stuff is everywhere underground and I can't help but mine it up. I was, at the beginning of the server, when I didn't have inventory space, I didn't have good tools, I didn't have storage, I was able to leave it in the caves. But now that I have good tools and storage, I can't anymore. I cannot leave ores sitting in cave walls. So yeah, I went on a couple of mining trips to get iron mainly, because I used most of my iron to power up that beacon that we got down there. That Kami went and fought a wither for. And I got a decent amount of iron, but man, I just got a ton of copper. So now we gotta fortune it all up and smelt it all up. Oh, looks like my inventory is full already. Let's turn some of this into blocks of raw copper. There we go. And then we got some more space. And I can pick this all up. I'm a little afraid it's going to despawn by the time I get to the bottom. And we made it down to the bottom. It looks like my little water trap wasn't quite big enough to catch all of the iron. Let's quick take care of this before it despawns. How much did we end up catching here in the chest? Wow, almost another stack of raw copper blocks. So from that one stack of copper, we got how many stacks of copper blocks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 48 there. And we've got this. That is quite a bit of copper there. And we've still got all this to mine. I hope you guys are enjoying the NightOwl series so far. I know I'm definitely having fun. We're only a few episodes in, but it's nice to get back to playing Minecraft, especially hanging out with all the Night Owls. And making videos is pretty fun. Oh, looks like inventory's full again. I'm actually thinking about starting up a second series here on the channel, and I've got a couple of options that I'm trying to decide between. There's two that I'd really like to play, but I'm not sure which you guys would enjoy seeing more. The first one is going back to Satisfactory. We started a new world in Update 5 a little while ago, and it'd be fun to head back there and play more in that game. It's definitely a really fun game, really fun factory building game. The world is really cool looking and really fun to explore. The movement and building in the game is really fun. And I think the new update, Update 6, is in like the experimental build. So we'd be able to play in that and check out some of the new stuff. The other option I had would be another Minecraft series. I was thinking of going back to Underground, which, if you're not familiar with, was my single player series where I survived underground. Went underground into the caves with nothing but some saplings and just, played Minecraft completely underground without going back to the surface. And with all the new cave generations and like lush caves and the deep dark and having the underground being so much, bigger, now you go down to minus 64, you got lots of different types of blocks. I think it'd be a lot of fun to revisit that series and see what, living and surviving underground would look like in Minecraft today. So let me know down in the comments which one you would rather see, Satisfactory or Underground. I definitely have my favorite and the one I'm leaning towards that I'll probably do either way, but I'd like to get your input and see what people would rather see here on the channel. And we're all mined up. All that copper is now right here. Oh, that's so much copper. This is gonna take forever to smelt. Let's make it all into raw copper blocks so I can actually move this stuff around. And how much did we actually end up with? Let's throw this all in there, move that out of the way. That's a lot. So 27, 30, almost 40 stacks, or 31 stacks, not 40. I can count. Almost 31 stacks of copper blocks. Now, since we have all this copper to smelt up, I think it's about time we set up a proper spot for our smelting. We actually get it moved off of the top of the hill, get it moved inside somewhere, and get a little bit better setup than this little thing that we have here. And we're gonna set up our new smelting area right in this building right here. I think I've got some stuff marked out, dug out, and ready to go. So these are where we're gonna have our smelting. We're gonna have a little setup over here, and then one over here, one for the blast furnaces, and then one for just regular furnaces. And it's basically gonna be similar to what we had up there, but instead of having like all the different types of furnaces, it'll just be 4 furnaces like dedicated to smelting one type of item. So we'll start off with some chests here, and then some hoppers behind that going into here. And I think this one will do our regular furnaces. So this will be smelting anything that's not ores. Then we'll have to have hoppers going into the back and hoppers on top. And then we're gonna do the minecart thing, which I don't have any rails on me. Here we go. So we'll put some rails down. We'll put some walls on the sides, and then we'll put 2 hopper minecarts on the rails, push them apart, and then we can get rid of those rails. Can I get them right here? There we go. And then we just need to put a chest right on top of those. So let's get some blocks to place the chests against. And there we go. So the point of this is when we stick coal in this chest here, it's going to get pulled out evenly by the 2 hopper minecarts. And then the coal in the hopper minecarts is going to go evenly into the hoppers below them. So basically, if we put like a stack of coal up in that chest, we're going to get 16 coal in each of these furnaces. Just kind of keeps everything nice and spread out, nice and even, so that everything stays filled. And then we're going to do the same thing for the inputs of the furnace. There we go. So that'll be our inputs, and then our coal is going to be back here, which we can access, I think. Oh, we can't open it right now because there's a block on top. There we go. Now we can access it, so we can reach it from down here. There we go. There's the coal. I think you can kind of see it from here as well. There we go. We've got our 2 furnace setups. I lowered them down 1 block just so that we could get a little bit easier access to these chests up top. So that should work out nice. And then we've got a little path in between, because I think I'm going to put a door on this side of the building and have this walkway like connect up to that house there. Yeah, so we've got our smelting set up, but there's a couple more things I want to add to this building. One of them is a little charcoal maker. I've been running out of coal pretty often. It's not super hard to get from caving, but it doesn't spawn below Y level 0, which if you're caving for diamonds or redstone or lapis, you're not going to be finding coal at the same time. You almost have to like go mining specifically for coal, or if you're iron mining, you might find coal as well. But I'm just finding less of it, and I feel like I'm going through a lot more of it too, with all the copper blocks, smelting all of that stuff up. And so up top, I actually have a charcoal maker, and we're gonna set up another one down here, probably in this corner. And the other thing I want to do is set up a lava farm. So lava can now be farmed with the use of these pointed dripstone, basically these stalactites. And I haven't done this before. I think the way you set this up is you stick a cauldron down, then you need a block with the dripstone underneath it, and then you need a lava source on top of this block. So let's just place this down and make sure that this works, that I have this right. So now, yeah, we'll start seeing lava drip down in there. I think you can also fill cauldrons up with water if you put a water source, or maybe it was dripping water even without a water source. So I don't know if that's needed, but eventually after a while this should fill up with lava. I don't know how long it takes. I don't know how like efficiently this works, how much lava this will get us, but it'd be pretty nice if we could just get some buckets of lava from this and use that to smelt all of our ores. Oh wow, that actually didn't take super long. I kind of expected it to slowly fill up, but it's sort of just, I guess it just fills up all at once. So let's take that bucket out and we'll just let this keep making lava while I set up some other stuff here. And the charcoal maker has been added over here. So with this thing, we just have to feed it logs in the top. Those will feed into the furnace. And then we need a little bit of fuel to get this started. We'll just throw in a piece of coal. That'll start the process. It'll turn the logs into charcoal. And then the charcoal gets sucked out the bottom into these two droppers. And it'll get put up into this chest, which will then go into the hopper and back into the furnace. So eventually, this furnace will fill up, and then this hopper will fill up with charcoal. And then any excess will just end up in the chest there, so we can go in here and grab the charcoal if we need it. Here's the redstone for it. I just have this hopper going underneath here into this dropper, and then a comparator that will light up whenever there's an item in here. And then we have an observer looking at the comparator. That sends out a little pulse. It basically sends out two pulses when it turns on and when it turns off. And that just makes sure that it goes up these two droppers and into the chest. Nice and simple. And then I set up a bunch more cauldrons over here. I've got 8 of them set up, making the lava. And I was trying to test if you need a full source of lava or if it could be flowing. For the longest time, even this one didn't fill up. This thing's been sitting for a while, and it finally filled up after these were like filling up a whole bunch. So I was thinking that like it didn't work even if it was a lava source, but it was flowing. But it seems like it does work. It's very random, I think, how long each of these takes to fill up the cauldron. It doesn't seem like it's a very set time. It's just, in fact, did I just pull that lava out or did I not? Maybe I took the lava. Yeah, I had to go back and check that recording, make sure I wasn't going crazy. But we definitely took some lava out of this cauldron, and then it filled up by the time we went up and came back down. So it's incredibly random. It seems like it could take either 30 minutes to fill one of these cauldrons, or it can happen pretty instantaneously. Kind of a weird system. But now that we've got some lava, let's start smelting all this copper that we got. Let's throw our lava buckets in there and break down our raw copper blocks. Throw all that in there. And I might as well just throw a bunch of this in there right away. And we're all filled up in here. Everything is completely full, and we still have all of this copper left. Oh, it doesn't even fit back in here. Let's where did I put my... Oh yeah, I put it down here. Let's turn that back into blocks. Throw that in there. Looks like we got another lava bucket. So I'll throw this back into one of those. Keep all this stuff smelting away. The next thing we're going to work on today is the brand new storage room. Mine... Oh, hey, creeper. My storage room up in the starter house in the basement is getting completely full. I'm running out of room to place... or to store up stones and cobblestone, deep slate. All of those chests are completely full, and I've had to like put it into other chests, and it's becoming a mess. So we need to get that taken care of. So that's going to be what's in this building back here, this nice big building tucked up in the cave. And the reason why I put it back here is so that we can dig into the hill and expand our storage underground. That way, if we need to add more, we can just dig farther into the hill and add more chests. We got room to expand into. So we're gonna have a couple of hallways of chests, lots of them just stacked here. We're gonna have a hallway over here, like this, with chests on either side, and then we'll have a hallway back here as well. I keep doing that. There we go. Chest there, chest there. And then these, the hallway will just lead that way into the hill. So I'm just gonna start placing chests, get a nice line of them here. I'll probably have to go chop down a bunch of trees. I doubt that I have enough wood for all of this. And then I'll start moving everything over here and getting it nice and organized. Behold, my stuff. Here it is. Here's our brand new storage room. Nice and spacious. And the best part is plenty of room to expand into if we fill up these chests and barrels. So I've got all of our stuff moved out of the house and sorted out in here. We've got all of our natural blocks over here, all of our stone and gravel, dirt, sand on this side. And then this side is like dimension blocks or biome specific blocks. So we've got all of our nether stuff. We've got end blocks. We've got the deep dark, ocean, prismarine over here. And then in the next hallway, we've got all of our wood blocks. So I've got a stack of barrels for each type of wood. Then we've got our plants here, flowers, saplings, seeds, pumpkins, and then some building blocks in here. All of our lighting blocks are up top here. And then the final row here is all the dyeable blocks. So we've got terracotta, glass, concrete, and wool going in here, and it's all just separated by color. So I've got a couple of barrels for each color here, and yeah, works out pretty nice. I did originally have all of this as double chests, and in fact I had 4 double chests for each color originally. It went all the way back to here, and in fact, look at all these chests that I made. Way too many chests. I got them all placed down, and I was like, no, this isn't gonna fly, especially when we're living so close to spawn. I'm afraid that we're gonna cause some lag or FPS issues for people. So I decided to condense like the dyeable blocks especially, and also decided to use a bunch more barrels rather than double chests, because these should cause less FPS issues since they're full blocks instead of these entities. So I'm just using double chests where I need them, like all these stones where it's all filled up. But anything that I could condense down to a barrel, we've just got barrels in here, which I think will be a little bit more server friendly here. And like I said, this is nice and expandable, so if we ever do fill up these barrels, I can of course switch them out with the double chests, or if we have new types of blocks or more blocks, I can always add more chests to the end here and expand our hallway down. Although I am gonna block off like all this empty space for now when we decorate this up. So now the basement of our house up here is a little it's a little empty. I got rid of a bunch of the chests on this wall. I still have my food here, but that's gonna be moved out of here eventually. All of these chests on this wall are empty. I do still have my crafting area set up here, and that might stay. I haven't quite decided. But I was trying to think of something to put down here and to use this for. And I think we might be able to use this for storage for a mob farm. I've been wanting to build one underneath our hill here so we can get mob drops constantly, especially since we're using all these rockets. You know, it'd be nice to have a good source of gunpowder close by. And I think we have enough space back behind the house to put an item sorter on those chests. So those are way down here. Yeah, that's where those chests are. So I think we'd be able to put an item sorter back here, put a bunch of hoppers, and it'd still be underground. So that's what we're gonna work on next. We're gonna make a mob farm. We're gonna dig that out right underneath our house here. And I think we'll just go down like right here somewhere. Oh, what's this? How did this get here? This is a weird cave formation. Wow, I didn't know that they could form like this. Yeah, so we've already got a mob farm dug out. I've got all the platforms made here. We're gonna do the design with a dispenser in the middle of these diamond platforms. A little dispenser right in the middle here with a water bucket that'll push the mobs out to the side, and then they'll drop down to the bottom here. And we'll have a little item collection, send all those items up to the house and get them sorted. So I'm gonna get the item collection all figured out, and then we can get our spawning platforms, the water, all the redstone in place, and then we'll have a nice working mob farm. And we're just about wrapped up here with the mob farm. Got the redstone all put in place, got the item collection sorted out. I was able to throw an item sorter up here into our basement chest. So this worked out nice, able to hide that away underground. And then we've got a water stream pulling all of our items from way down below and just putting those over the hopper. The items get pulled out and sorted. So that's all set up and ready to go. And then here we've got a hopper clock, which is going to activate all of the dispensers with the water buckets. We just need to hook that up to the rest of it, and then this will start working. So we just need to put an observer facing upward. There we go. And then we can go back up top, get rid of this block here, and then we need a redstone on top of that. So now every time that this redstone block moves, it should activate that observer, and that's going to activate the whole chain going down. So we've got an observer, an air block, and then the dispenser with a bucket of water, and then another observer, air block, dispenser with a bucket of water. And I've got each one of these alternated so that if one platform has no water, the next one has water. That way there's always spawning spaces. Oh, do we have a problem here? Why did the water not go all the way? Oh, I'm missing a block right here. So it's the water's flowing the shortest path. There we go. Now we're all good. It filled the whole way. So these platforms will start spawning mobs, and they should start getting pushed down. So then they'll fall all the way down here onto these magma blocks. And then underneath all those magma blocks, I've got a couple of minecart hoppers running back and forth, collecting all the items. And if they pick something up, this comparator is going to shut off this rail so that they get stuck here until they're emptied out. And then those items go into this dropper, little comparator clock, ooh, just like that. Shoots them up into the water stream, and then they end up in our item storage. And now we just gotta get rid of this ladder here. Ouch, it hurts. And get out of here somehow. Can I just break through here? There we go. Put that back, and then we'll go close up the hole over here. And we should be all good to go. We're nice and dark up there. I used tinted glass on the top with the redstone. There's some zombies falling down. I might switch this glass out with tinted. This is all black glass because it doesn't matter if there's light leaking through here. All the spawning platforms are above there. But it might look better to have this completely dark and use the tinted glass. Yeah. Ooh, look at all those creepers. And skeleton. Oh, that was real close to us. Cool. I let the mob farm run for a little bit, and this is what we've ended up with. We got several stacks of items. Nothing too crazy. We're not filling up chests or anything. But at least we're getting some nice passive items. Looks like this chest is a little messed up. Items must be skipping over the hopper in that water stream. Not exactly sure how to stop that from happening and still use a water stream. But yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Look at all that gunpowder. We can make lots of rockets with that. That will be lovely. Let's go check out our copper smelting. See how that's going. Looks like we're out of lava again. Let's grab some buckets. This lava definitely is a little slow. I'm having a hard time like keeping this this furnace full. But the nice thing is that I'm not running through all of my coal to smelt this, so it's a decent trade-off. At least I'm able to smelt it for free, basically. And we're almost done. We're almost through all the copper that we started off with. Looks like we can fit the rest of this into the chest. And there we go. The last of the copper. I think I got some other ores in here too. Let's just throw all of this in there. Can we fit it all? There we go. Nice and full. Now we just got to keep the lava flowing. Keep those fueled up so we can keep smelting all of that copper. Yeah, this is I basically filled up the shulker box today. And while I was letting that mob farm run, I was working on our storage room down here, getting the outside pretty much all done. Worked on the inside a little bit as well, and man, I love the way that that's looking. Looking pretty cool in there. I've got a couple of like landing spots or openings here. Oh, not quite high enough to reach that one. But yeah, I've got a couple of like landing spots. Left this front nice and open so that I can just fly in and grab items when I need them. Decorated our little hallways of all our chests and barrels a little bit. And I capped off the end and filled in all the empty space so that it looks a little bit neater. Obviously still need to figure out the roof a little bit. Probably just, I think I'm just going to have the exposed copper and do some sort of vaulted roof over top of our storage. And then we have like a little balcony walkway going over top. I kind of like just looking down at all of the chests here. Looks kind of cool. And then that just goes to this perch, just kind of a second entrance if I'm flying a little bit higher or want to just zoom in a little bit faster. And this is what it looks like from the side, from the walkway over here on the side entrance. Yeah, I like how this thing is turning out. Pretty cool. I'm happy with it. And I think that's going to do it for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Wow, that was a nice landing. Hope you guys enjoyed. Starting to get some of these cliff houses all filled up. Got a nice mob farm built for us. Yeah, making good progress. Make sure to leave a like and a comment down below if you did enjoy. Subscribe so you can see more of these fun videos and possibly another series. Make sure to let me know in the comments which series you'd like to see, Satisfactory or Underground. And we'll talk to you all later. Goodbye, folks.